Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're actually going to marvel at the sheer, unbelievable capabilities of the human body. We'll be taking this unique journey together, starting big, looking at the macro mechanics of gravity-defying athletic feats, and then we're going to zoom way, way in, transitioning into the microbiology of our life-sustaining internal systems. It's a really fascinating look at how our bodies work, both on the outside and the inside. So you might be asking yourself, what exactly does mastering a long jump have in common with human biology? I mean, it sounds like a totally random pairing, right? One's happening out there on a dusty track, and the other is happening on a microscopic level, deep inside of us. But here's the secret. Both of these actually require a profound, truly fascinating transformation during adolescence to reach their ultimate potential.
Okay, let's take a quick look at our agenda for today. We're going to cover jumping events in athletics, the 4 phases of flight, and some long jump practice activities. After that, we'll shift gears into safeguarding reproductive health, wrapping up with a look at the male reproductive system.
All right, let's jump right in. Section 1, Jumping Events in Athletics, Horizontal Jumps and Techniques. When you really think about it, mastering the long jump is all about mustering this incredible strength and momentum to literally defy gravity. Elite athletes achieve this flight using 3 main techniques. There's the hang, the sail, and the hitch kick. And while the pros might use any of those 3 depending on their style, our focus today is going to be on gaining a really solid foundational understanding of the biomechanics specifically behind the sail technique. Which brings us to Section 2, the 4 phases of flight, breaking down the sail technique. Now, whether you're using the hang, the sail, or the hitch kick, achieving maximum distance and doing it safely means your body absolutely has to execute a strict 4-phase sequence. We're talking about the approach run, the takeoff, the flight, and finally the landing. If you mess up even one of these steps, the whole equation just falls apart. Let's break those down a bit. The approach run basically dictates everything because your entire jump distance depends on it. You build your speed using long steps with well-raised feet. And all that momentum, it culminates in a really powerful takeoff. At the exact moment of takeoff, your takeoff leg needs to be completely straightened right on the board, while your free leg is bent at the knee, thigh parallel to the ground. You're essentially turning all that forward speed into upward lift. Okay, so now you're floating into the flight phase of the sail technique. Once you leave the ground, maintaining your body balance becomes your absolute #1 priority. In this specific technique, that free leg stays well straightened, parallel to the ground. Then your takeoff leg is brought right up, straightened, and aligned perfectly next to it. To keep your balance dialed in, both hands should be raised, directing you forward. You are quite literally sailing through the air. And then, finally, hitting the landing. This requires a very specific kinetic sequence. As you come down, you have to bend both legs. And remember those hands you kept out in front of you during flight? Well, you're going to sweep them quickly backwards, right past the sides of your body. The second your feet touch the sand, your entire body weight needs to be thrown powerfully forward. Otherwise, you fall back and lose all that hard-earned distance, and nobody wants that. Moving on to Section 3, Long Jump Practice Activities, Drills to Perfect Your Technique. Listen, flying through the air with that kind of precision doesn't just magically happen on the first try. To build that crucial muscle memory, we have to rely on targeted, repetitive drills. Your muscles literally need to understand the assignment before they can execute it at top speed. So you might practice just standing in one place and jumping from both feet, hopping toward the sand on a single leg, or even using a 15-centimeter box to really isolate the immense power required by that takeoff foot. All right, let's pivot to our next core topic and see how all of this connects. This comparison right here perfectly frames our shift. You see, while physical education teaches us how to move our physical bodies safely and powerfully through space, mastering things like momentum and complex kinetic movements, health education steps in to teach us how our bodies are developing internally during this exact same adolescent period. And that internal development is entirely focused on ensuring the survival of our species.
This leads us right into Section 4, Safeguarding Reproductive Health, Ensuring the Survival of the Species.
So, shifting our mindset completely away from the macro mechanics of the track and into the microbiology of the human body, we arrive at a really profound biological truth. All animals reproduce. The human reproductive systems function fundamentally to ensure the survival of our species. When you get down to it, it is the ultimate biological imperative.
And that brings us to our final section, Section 5, the male reproductive system, structure, and function. The male reproductive anatomy is this incredibly complex, perfectly interconnected network. It relies on two testes that lie in the scrotum, whose primary function is to produce sperms. Then we have the prostate gland, which produces necessary secretions. The whole system also includes the ductus deferens, the seminal tubes, and finally the penis, which uniquely opens to the exterior through the urinary tract. Every single piece of this puzzle has a highly specific, vital role to play.
But you know what's truly remarkable here? It's the timeline. The sperm is the paternal cell that takes part in fertilization, but the production of these cells doesn't just happen from birth. In boys, this production commences specifically during adolescence. So right when the body is growing tall enough and getting strong enough to master something like a long jump, it is simultaneously activating these massive internal systems required to create new life. Pretty amazing, right? Pulling all of these textbook concepts together, we get this incredible synthesis. Adolescence is the remarkable period where the human body develops both the physical strength to master complex kinetic movements and the mature biological systems necessary for the survival of the species. You really aren't just getting taller or faster. You're mastering your external physical environment through biomechanics while simultaneously unlocking your internal biological destiny. As we wrap up today's explainer, I really want to leave you with a question to chew on. How will you use this understanding of your body's incredible physical mechanics and biological systems to reach your full potential? I mean, you are operating an absolute marvel of biological machinery every single day. From the precise angle of your knee during a sail technique jump, down to the microscopic cellular production keeping humanity alive, it is all happening right inside of you. I hope understanding these systems changes how you view your own capabilities. Keep learning, keep moving, and I'll see you in the next explainer.